earmarks?
We have an expert on that. It's Chuck Norris.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on over, Chuck.
Yeah, he's very excited. Is Mr. Norris?
I'm doing great, Steve.
Hey, Chuck. Great to see you.
Let's put your brand new book. It's called Black Belt Pictures, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in a moment. We're going to put it right there next to my brand new presidential cufflinks that I got from Brian, the president.
So, Chuck, don't you think that Barack Obama should have copyrighted the word change? Because now it's the favorite word in the campaign.
Well, you know, what I was waiting for with, being a conservative myself, and what I was waiting for from John McCain is to define exactly what he was going to do when he got into the White House. And, and I'm happy he picked Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
Because I was really trepidatious about some of the other potential candidates for VP, which I was not in favor of. Mike Huckabee I was, but some of the others I wasn't.
Yeah.
But when John McCain said that he's going to, bring the power back to the people,
right,
and reduce the power of government, that sold me. Because I think that's one of the biggest problems we have. We, the people, don't have the voice anymore in America.
You know, Oprah does have the voice. Have you been on Oprah?
It was back in the early 80s when I was doing Code of Silence in Chicago. I was on her show, but that's when she was local.
Are you surprised she said, I am not going to have Governor Palin on until after the election, when that seems to be her perfect guest?
No, but it doesn't surprise me about her because she's so infatuated with Obama that she doesn't want to bring anyone on that would put a crimp into Obama.
Yeah. Sure, and in fact, that's what she has said, that she has been very public about her support of Obama, and she says it would be disingenuous for her to have Sarah Palin on. She wouldn't be able to be objective. Well, I'll tell you, other people who are not objective about this, which is a whole group of Republican female voters, are now suggesting boycotting her magazine and turning off her show. Do you think that'll stick?
Yeah, I know. Well, my whole thing is, the reason I wrote this book, because we're in such dire problems right now with our national debt, which is $9 trillion, and some institutes say it's $56 trillion.
Right.
We don't know really where we are in debt. Our economy, the illegal immigration, and so many other issues, and that's why, I wrote this book here, and I gave solid common sense solution to this.
It's absolutely a great book. We're going to talk more about it in a minute, but going to Allie's point about the people who are now boycotting, and we asked you to email us whether or not you were going to take part in that.
Not you, Chuck.
Patty O. from New Hope, Pennsylvania writes, I will not watch Oprah again. I'm sure she is afraid that having Sarah Palin on her show will hurt Obama's campaign.
Mary Heston writes, I'm a proud Republican woman who is thrilled to see Sarah Palin on the ticket, but I will not be boycotting Oprah.
Still likes Oprah.
Yeah, some people say, it's Oprah's prerogative to have whoever she wants on.
Gene Riles from Burbank writes, who says Governor Palin wants to go on Oprah. I'd refuse if I were her if asked. By the way, she'd be going into Lion's Den.
Oh.
She'd be getting crushed. She'd be like that guy James Fry. Remember James Fry? Well, he wrote that book and made it up. He made up
yeah. But I think Sarah could handle herself with Oprah, to be truthful. I think she's a very smart, tough woman, and I think she'd do very well on Oprah.
Don't you want to go to Alaska now? Here's someone's done Alaska.
Hey, I've done 2 trips to Alaska.
I knew it.
I love Alaska.
And he won't take us.
Did you just
no, I just
take out a Kodiak?
I went on a yacht and went
on a yacht?
Yeah.
It's not like he
We
punched
thought
his
you
way
were going to
through.
wrestle a moose to the ground, Chuck, not a yacht. All right, more with Chuck and Norris, including his reaction to some very controversial comments at the MTV Video Music Awards.
When that British host took some shots at Sarah Palin and told everybody to please vote for Barack Obama. And take a look at this guy. Wait till you see what he runs over as he pulls out of the gas station. A guy on a bike! Oh my goodness.
A representative of the global community, a visitor from abroad. I don't want to come across a little bit biased, but could I please ask of you, people of America, to please elect Barack Obama? Please. On behalf of the world.
Okay, Brittany's clapping to that.
They couldn't find a comedian in the entire United States to host the MTV Video Music Awards. They had to go to a Brit.
Chuck Norris would have been available. Chuck, one of the things, people in show business, it's a slippery slope. If you get behind somebody, then, you do alienate a demographic who are not going to be liking you because you sticking up for the other guy.
Well, who would we care about a Brit doing? I mean, he can't vote anyway, And plus, I couldn't understand it. All I heard was Obama out of that whole tribe of what he was talking about. It's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous.
How do you explain a candidate that can get 80,000 people at a stadium, going against an opponent that couldn't get 80,000 people to stay, but yet now we're seeing these polls totally flip. Who would have predicted this? Chuck, make sense of this.
Well, I think John's speech at the Republican National Convention is really, that's what convinced me. And I think it convinced a lot of people, and his pick of Sarah Palin, I think, was very, very smart on his part, because she's a very smart young lady, and I think she's a good leader. But I think his speech, when he started talking about bringing the power back to the people and taking the power from the government, because Congress they're spending recklessly, and if we don't do something about it with a $9 trillion debt, we're in trouble.
Would you have rather that he pick Mike Huckabee?
Well, of course, you know how strong I am about Mike Huckabee, and Mike would have been a great president too. That's why I promoted him so heavily, and I'm so heavy into this fair tax concept, you know, because we got $13 trillion in offshore accounts. Now, if we could bring that back into our economy, and the 3 million manufacturing jobs that have been outsourced to other countries, if we could bring that back, and the fair tax to bring all that back into our economy.
Listen, I was reading your book last night. It is fantastic. We're going to talk about some of your proposals in there. The book is called Black Belt Patriotism. More with Chuck Norris as we continue on for this Tuesday in 2 minutes.
Also, you loved her on The Nanny.
Star and all-around smart guy politically, Chuck Norris has written a brand new book. It's called Black Belt Patriotism, How to Reawaken America. It is released today. It's already getting a bunch of great reviews. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Steve. Well, you know, the thing is, how to reawaken America, they got to know what's going on. Like in 2005, over 6,000 taxpayers who made over $250,000 a year paid no taxes.
Why?
Because the thing is, and the IRS tax code is 66,498 pages. Now, who in the world knows what's in all those pages? Well, your high-priced tax accountants do, and they go through all this here and find all the loopholes to get their rich clients out of paying taxes. That's why I'm such a supporter of the fair tax concept. That will bring the $13 trillion offshore back, and the 3 million manufacturing jobs overseas outsourced back to our country, and that's how we pay the taxes.
You know, in the beginning of your book, you set out and you talk about how you know, we need stronger border controls, and we need all sorts of stuff.
I get the solution in the book here. That is too involved to talk about.
It is complicated by the book. But there's one thing that you talk about, in addition to valuing human life and stuff like that, really important core issues, and that is, for a lot of Americans, we have no national legacy, because people live in America, but they don't know squat about America.
It's true. You know, really, if people would study their history and about the founding fathers, I mean, I believe they would really find a lot of the solutions to what the problems we were having today. It's like extreme Islamic terrorism. That dates back to 200 years ago during the Barbary Wars in Tripoli.
Jefferson was president then. And that's what gave us the idea we got to have a navy. We had nothing built yet.
And in those days there, we tried to negotiate with them, and they still went to war with us.
Now we know it's Libya.
All right, let's talk about another bold revelation in your book. The penny is just too darn expensive.
Isn't that amazing? Our government is the worst run company in the world. They cost the government 1.26 cents per penny to be made, 7.7 cents per nickel to be made. We spend $100 million of taxpayers' money to print those
nickels and dimes. And do you know that toll booths won't even accept them? They say no pennies accepted. They won't accept U.S. currency. Do away with it.
I know.
I say do away with the penny now.
$100 million we spend printing those. I mean, it's just absolutely ludicrous, and you know, that's why that's why I supported Mike Huckabee. He was a strong supporter of fair tax, and I really believe that's the way we go.
That means you support Fox because we hired Mike Huckabee. So you have to support us.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys hiring.
We want to take him off your hands.
He's an incredible guy.
Check out the book. It's called Black Belt Patriotism. Chuck Norris, always a pleasure. Thank you,
Steve.
And buy the book. You have 7 kids.
Hold on,
they got to go to college.
Where's your wife?
Exactly.
Did he cover everything? Did he cover everything?
Millennial.
Oh, the millennium. Chuck's beautiful wife is just off camera.
I dedicate the book to the millennials. You know, about those Chuck Norris fact things that your son knows about.
Exactly.
You know, it kind of reconnected me with the millennials today. And I've been speaking at various universities, and you know, I really believe that talking to all these millennials, I really believe that they were concerned about the social issues, and so you know, so we need to get them up to date on this.
In real life, we can't hang out, but you and I I can hang out in the green room right now because on television you can't
Sounds good to me, Brian.
You see his wife,
Let's
you want to go over there?
See ya.
See you, John.
All right, we've been showing you this incredible video all morning.